Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? I'm having my summer vacation right now, so it's around 3 months and I'm back in Hong Kong. I'm really happy to be back here and to spend my time with my family and friends for this winter break for me, because in Hong Kong it's currently winter, so it's a bit chilly and I get to escape Queensland's hot, terrible summer. So I'm really glad about that. Before 2023 ends, I'm planning to make a video, and I really need to thank you, the girl who left a comment saying what to bring, like to pack as an international student, because this is a thing that really drives me insane honestly a year ago, because you know, I just stepped into a next journey of life and I have no idea what do I need to prepare to live alone, to be in an unknown country, living a uni life. So yeah, I'm gonna address this topic in here, and I hope that it could help you guys relieve some stress for the next 2 months and really get ready for your next chapter of life. So here you go. In this video, I'm gonna mainly talk about how it's like settling in a new country, things to pack for moving in a dorm or as an international student, and so as things that you don't have to bring or you mustn't bring to Australia. So for your reference, all the things that I'm gonna say later, like the list, I would upload it into the link below and useful information page, so you guys can take a look and tick off things that you bring when you're packing up stuff. First of all, the first step that you should do is to get an Australian phone number. It's really important because all your bank stuff, or even in uni, how people find you, it starts from a phone number. So do get one, and then you can move on to the next step of setting a bank account. So the major for bank would be red, yellow, blue and black. Red stands for Westpac, yellow would be Commonwealth, blue would be ANZ, and black would be NAB. So for me, I use Commonwealth because they got the most widespread of ATMs all around the country, so that's why I use that. But of course, I would recommend you to check different plans different banks offer. So for Commonwealth, we got a student uni student plan, so I got that one. And if you're moving in with your family, so you can check out if there's some family plan, or if you have another business that you're also running as well, then you might get a business plan. So yeah, really check out before you do, because all the interest rate and the special features that they offered are really personalized for you. So do check it out beforehand. About opening bank accounts, so for me, I open one when I get there. So I arrive the bank and get in, and I bring along 6 essentials. So first would be your passport, your residential or postal address, and your phone number, of course, your student ID card, your driving license if you have one. Not for me, so I didn't bring it. And then a cash to bring along, and then you'll get a card. So for me as a student, I had a debit card. So what exactly is a debit card is you're using money from your account. So you won't go into debt, because if you reach your own limit, or if your balance went to 0, then you have no more money to use. So it's slightly different from a credit card. And you can also withdraw money from that, so I find it really important as a student, and it also helps you to monitor your money flow. So that's it for your bank related issue. And third of all would be some membership that you could join. So for a different supermarket, they got their own reward system, so it's always good to have one, because it could help you accumulate points and you could get some rewards or save money. Or I know for some you could even exchange air tickets, so do get that. So there are 2 major ones. So first would be Flybuy, and Flybuy includes when you go shopping in Coles and Kmart and Bunnings. And if you're doing other one like rewards, so if you buy stuff from Woolworths, it would get into the reward system. Another major supermarket is Aldi, and it's the cheapest among all the three major supermarket. So usually it's Aldi's the cheapest, and then Woolworths, and then Coles. So it really depends on what reward system that you're obsessed to, or what stores are most convenient to you. So yeah. Fourth thing would be some of the apps. So for App Store, I would recommend you to change your country or region when you first get to Australia, because some of the apps are not available. I like drinking Boost, so I can't search the Boost app if my region is based in Hong Kong. So do change it beforehand. And we also got some other app called Uni Days. As a student, you could get some discount from this app, so some promotion code. So do download this app as well. And this is all for your shopping related, grocery related tips. And now let's move on to your transportation. If you're more keen on driving, I would suggest you to go to Department of Transport and Main Road, and there you can apply all your driving license to become a learner, and you can take your test, or you can deal with your international driving license conversion to the open license of Australia. But if you're under 25 years old, it will get a bit tricky, because you need, like, it's by law that in Queensland you need to accumulate 100 hours. Like, you need to do logbook before you can apply for the driving practical road test. So if you don't have a supervisor around, you might need to apply for exemption, proving that you have no legal guardians really around you, so you can't have a supervisor to help you with that. So they might give you an exemption to omit the requirement of the logbook, but you're required to hold that license, learner license, for 2 years before you can apply for the test. So yeah, they really take different case personally into different considerations, so it's better that you check out in the main road to ask about that. Lastly would be public transport. So I would recommend you, if you're from Queensland, download My TransLink app. It's like a Google Map thing that it could teach you how to take your public transport from one destination to another. And if you're from Melbourne, you can do like PTV, and I'm not sure for Adelaide, but do check that out before you arrive the country, because it's really convenient and it's kind of trustworthy as well. So yeah, you can also download an Uber app. So it's like a taxi service, but it's more widespread in Australia, so do download it. And yeah, that's all for my tips about settling in. So because most of the thing you can check it into the list, so I'm not gonna list every details, but I would like to pick some that I find it really important that you need to be wary of. So first of all, for the essentials, it would be some of the documents. So I've put it into two major things. So first would be identification stuff, so like your ID card, your passport, or even your student visa. I think that's really important for immigration purpose, or some of the driving license if you have it, like, or if you have already prepared like an international driving license, do bring it. It's really important. If for uni wise, vaccination record, especially like for me, because I'm a vet student and I need to make sure that I have my Q fever and tetanus, because I've already had my tetanus injection in Hong Kong before, so I need to bring that copy, so to prove to the uni that I've already taken that vaccine. So yeah, just bring it along with you, or make sure you have a soft copy of it. Next would be some of the electrical appliances. So you may notice that the socket is really different among different countries, and for Australia it's it looks like this, and it's really different from Hong Kong because we have 3, and I know it's also different from other countries. So remember to bring an adapter so that all the electrical appliances you brought would really be used to later on, because if not, you're gonna waste it, and you only got like 20 kg or 40 kg if you're a student for your baggage allowance, so you don't want to waste what you brought. And also, an extension cord will be really useful. So you can of course find it in Australia, but it's slightly expensive. So if you're from some Asian countries, I would recommend you to bring it first because it's cheaper. And as a student, you don't want to waste any money on some unnecessary items. So yeah. And then for room stuff, something really stupid that I would like to share about my experience. So before I get into Australia uni, I've actually studied uni in Hong Kong for around 2 months. And during that time, when I first moved to dorm, I have no idea that your hall would not provide you with bed sheets or pillow or any pillowcase. And when I went there for my first night, I literally sleep on my doll because I have nothing to put it on top of, and that's the worst night I've ever slept in a dorm. So remember, bring your own pillow sheet, your bed sheet, and your pillow, okay? Don't make the same mistake as I did. And also for your desk, you might have to check with your hall first because in some places they might not have a desk lamp, and I think it's really important because you need some night study as a uni student. That would be my tips. And maybe a clock if you need one, an alarm that's especially for you, or maybe you just use your phone alarm, I don't know, but yeah, that's something that I would have brought. Third of all, for clothes, and I think this really depends on the weather. So for me, because I'm not going back to Hong Kong during the year, so I've prepared both summer and winter clothings. A little tips about winter clothing, because you never know how cold the place can be and depends on different parts of Australia. Like in Melbourne and Adelaide, it's definitely, like southern part, it's definitely more colder, while for Queensland I think wearing a hoodie would be enough. So do check the weather beforehand. Don't check from Instagram or any social media because influencer will not reflect the real temperature. So do check the weather observatory, like the bureau thing that writtens how many degrees does it feels like. I think that's the most accurate thing that you could find. But just to let you know, don't stress about your clothing issues because there are a lot of options in Australia. You're not going to a deserted island. You could always go to some shopping malls, or if you want some thrift shops like secondhand stores, they have so many good items that you could pick from, which it's cheap and it's in good quality, so don't stress about it, it would be fine. For the fall, if you're living in a self-catered area like dorm, I would recommend you to bring some of the cooking appliances that you normally use. So for Asian country, we like using rice cooker, bring it along because there aren't a lot in Australia that you could buy from. But beforehand, you can definitely check in Coles or in like those major supermarkets. So I'm gonna list it here. That would be Coles, Woolworths, and Aldi. They are usually the cheapest one. And then you can also take a look at what are those called, like not supermarket, but you can find a lot of stuff there like Kmart, Target, and Big W. So if you want secondhand stuff, you can always find Facebook Marketplace or Gumtree. They are the two major websites that I normally use for secondhand items. And as a rule of thumb, do bring your own cutlery and a plate or bowl to hold your food. So yeah, it won't take up so much of your space. So just bring one set along. And then it would be toiletry stuff. So I'm not saying that you need to bring tissue papers or anything. You don't have to bring that. You can find it in the supermarket. But do bring some hangers or some hair dryer if you're a girl that, like me, have long hair so I need to blow my hair, or pads, like your sanitary items if you're a girl as well, because I don't know, for Asian people like me, I'm not used to the ones they use in Australia, so I bring my own one. Yeah, so that's the top tips for toiletry stuff. Sixth of all, uni work. So what I meant by that would be all the stationaries and like notebooks and papers or files. Like they're all up to you. So because I have my own set of stuff, I need to use this particular pen for writing, and I need to use another particular correction tape, so I bring a few sets along. 7th, the hand carry items. So what I would put in here would be all the battery stuff. So remember, and it applies to all, when you need to go up a plane, all your battery stuff have to be with you. So all the like your iPad, your Mac or your computer, I don't know, your phone, just bring it all as a hand carry. And also a water bottle would be really handy when you're taking a long hours flight to Australia. So yeah, and I think that's it. Maybe some lip balms, maybe a little eye patch for your nap in a plane, or a little cushion for you, a little doll for you to hold to. Yeah, that would be it. And remember to bring a jacket, or even though most of the airplane would supply you with blanket if you're having a long hour flight. So yeah, that's it. And then it would be other stuff. I shouldn't have put it into the last thing because I find it really important, but whatever. I'm gonna say it here, so do watch this part, okay? So first of all, it would be SIM card for your phone, okay? Unless you use data roaming service. If not, it's good always to bring something like this one, that little thingy. Yeah, this is for my Japan trip, so ignore all the other facts, but it's good for you to have a 5 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, or even 30 days one for your safety. Yeah, but for me, during my time, I think I got a 2 weeks one, because I know that in Coles Mobile or in major supermarket, you could already find some good plans. So for me, it's the Coles Mobile 120 GB, as I remember, 120, yeah, for 12 months, because in my campus I could just use Wi-Fi, so I don't need that much data. But of course it depends on you. If you're living you're outside yourself, it's good to have a monthly plan from either Optus or Telstra, because they have the kind of the largest coverage. And I would also recommend you to wait for a while, because sometimes they have either student package offered, or they have some seasonal promotion that would be so much less pricey. So yeah, that's my little tips for your data related stuff. And the other thing would be your bank issue. So remember, it's always good to apply for a Visa card or credit card beforehand, because you could always just pay by that. And cash would also be good to bring at least $1,000 of Australian dollars with you in case anything happened. Okay, now we have to get really serious, because it's about something illegal to bring to Australia. Australia values biosecurity a lot, so something that you must not bring would be food, especially fresh food like fruits or vegetables or meat. Definitely a no-no. And neither is dairy products. Nuts, don't bring it. Seeds or animal product, don't bring it either, because I don't want you to be sent back and deal with a lot of illegal matters. But of course you can still bring some dry food, so like some biscuits, but not dairy ones, or yeah. But of course you can find all those biscuits in Australia. If you want some Asian ones, you can go to Asian market, or if you want to eat chocolate, just buy it in Australia. They got hips, they got a shelf of it, so don't worry about food. Another great tips, if you're bringing shoes, do clean it before you put it in your luggage, because they might detect some soil in it and they will treat it as a breach of the law, because soil would be something about seeds and it's about the biosecurity again. So yeah, clean your shoes beforehand. So that's all for me today, and I hope everyone enjoyed the video and really find it helpful for packing your belongings for your new chapter of life. I know it's really challenging, but it's gonna be super fun, especially the orientation, and you start to meet new friends, you start to learn what you really anticipated for years, maybe for some of you. So yeah, do enjoy your new journey, and remember to start packing early. Don't leave it to the last minute so you won't forget anything important. And yeah, have fun, work hard, sleep hard. That's it for me, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.